Hello, my name is Abe and welcome back once again to FTL Faster Than Light. Let's just jump straight into a crystal heavy cruiser run and try to get this last achievement for this ship, which is destroy 15 rock ships using the crystal cruiser. That is destroy them. That is not kill the crew of said ships. So we don't need a mind control. We don't need a teleporter. We can't board enemy ships and kill them. We have to actually destroy the entire ship. So, that being said, I'm going to focus entirely on getting as much weapon power as possible. Weapons are things I'm going to buy at the store. Maybe I'll pledge to do what I can. We can't do anything about it. We have no missiles anyways, but we can go to the beacon and then maybe get combat out of it. That's the only thing you can really hope for. 2 beams. I will, thank you. Let's just say that. Thank you. Yeah, I'm going to focus entirely on weapons, maybe pick up a cloak or a drone system if they give us missile defense, maybe pick up a hacking system to allow me to hack enemy shields, but otherwise, give me flak guns, give me lasers, give me beam weapons, not even fire beams. I don't want to start fires, I want to actually destroy ships, so 4 fuel's pretty good, 7 scrap, not so much. We did run out of fuel on the last run that we attempted, so maybe taking that fuel offer would have been in my best interest, but I think we can make it work without it. I don't like accepting surrender offers if I can avoid it, and 4 fuel is not that much fuel. If it was 5 fuel or more, I would be more inclined to accept the offer, but 4 fuel, it's like, it's not that much. I will leave them alone. We have a med bay, not a clone bay, so this option would get a crew member killed. I have crew members to spare, but still rather just have the systems be manned. It's not worth it because worst comes to worst, you just get a little bit of scrap out of it. It's not worth it. I will dock. We might get boarded. We might take some damage in the engine room. Yeah, there go the engines. They have a missile launcher, so we will probably get hit by a missile. We're also going to be boarded, unfortunately, in the O2 room, which is not that bad. Let's get the engines repaired first, and then I'll send a crew member in there to deal with them. Our weapons will be able to cut through their shields and damage their weapon system quite easily. Let's get our crew in there to fight the O2 man. I don't want my oxygen to go offline. And we don't need dodge chance because their weapons are completely offline. So we can kill this one guy who's remaining. He'll leave in a second. And then we can go get that breach repaired. And then we can go into the med bay and all have fun. Why are my weapons not auto-firing? That would have been not too bad, but it would have been a little bit bad had I not actually had my weapons firing. Do I want to get a medbay upgrade? Yes, I do, but I kind of want to get a shield upgrade first. Kind of also just want to save my scrap and maybe, in fact, buy a weapon or something at a store first. Because defensively, we're not all that strong. We only have 1-bar shields. 2 power and engines, so we have like a 20% dodge chance. But if I can go to a store and pick up something, it could be worth it. We can go to the quest peak and then backtrack through the exit. I might want to try that just to maybe give us a more combat. Now this really does suck. No 1 bar of shields in an asteroid field. They have 2 laser shots. If we're going to take damage. There's no way around it, I don't think, unless we get extremely lucky with our dodges. First thing I'm going to fire on is their weapon system. I want to take their guns offline. Oh, we got lucky with our dodges. With the first shot taking out their weapons, second shot will take out their shields, and the asteroids should chew them up. There it starts. The bleeding starts. As soon as the asteroids start landing, it's really hard to claw your way back. 1 shot in on engines, 1 shot on O2, and it did destroy the system. If I didn't destroy them, the asteroids would, so I just went ahead and finished them off. 71 scrap, we cannot upgrade in an asteroid field. Maybe I should have upgraded before I came to this beacon, but how was I supposed to know that there would be an asteroid field here? I don't have long-range scanners. Thank you, also, this ship. With a chain laser, it's going to take way too long to get charged up and firing. It's like 16 seconds. My weapons charge up in like 13 seconds. So as long as my crystal heavy laser shot lands, it will take the chain laser offline. It did not, so we're going to fire in with the crystal burst. Good, there it goes. We got hit for 1. And the augment that we have on the ship is Crystal Vengeance. Whenever we get hit, we have a like 15% chance of launching a crystal shard at the enemy ship. I think it pierces 1 bar of shields. Let's find out. Hey, thanks. It did 1 point of damage to an empty room on the ship. I guess that's not bad, technically. Would have preferred something a little bit better, a little bit more grandiose, but that's okay. Hit him in the piloting room. I don't know why they are moving crew around to repair that. Maybe they only have 1 or 2 crew members aboard the ship. But with their chain laser being online, let's definitely fire once at weapons, take those out. And once anywhere and they're dead. Let's get this med bay repaired now. Might as well do it now. You know, if we get boarded, I would love to have this med bay operational for any on-ship combat that we might face. Only takes a second, it's definitely worth it. 84 scrap. Let's get the shields upgraded first. And I will even get 1 reactor power so we can keep that shield powered up. It could be really, really worth it to get that up, so let's do it. Don't hire anyone, don't need to. It's kind of a waste of scrap. We're not trying to get the Osprey achievement, so we don't need crew members really. Now I can do the last quest beacon. I will have to backtrack through Rebels. Kind of maybe would want to do that. Could be interesting to do. Good thing I got that shield upgrade. The ship cannot hurt me anymore, which means that maybe I can kill the crew with some well-placed shots in oxygen. But they do have a clone base, so I would have to keep that in mind. It's also not a rock ship, so we don't have to worry about actually killing the crew, not the ship. Screw it. You know what? I thought about it. I've decided I don't care enough to not destroy the ship. I'm just gonna go heavy on oxygen. Maybe if I start a breach in there, I'll consider it, but until then, just kill them. Kill them all. And there we go. 2 fuel and 17 scrap. I guess I'm glad I got the fuel because I did not accept the surrender offer that was fuel. So I feel pretty good about getting half as much. I will fend for myself attack and escape because we get into combat. Combat's good. Depower the shields and power up the engines because they cannot penetrate my shields and they have a missile launcher. So let's fire off on their weapon system. Take that missile launcher offline if we can. Fire in the shield room. It's got to get put out. It's got to get put out. It's got to get put out. With their missile launcher being offline, I can send 3 crew members in here, not worry about my dodge chance at all. Let's fire in on their engines. And then oxygen, then piloting, and then we'll just let it go. Maybe have to switch off to fire on their weapon system if they bring their missile launcher back online, but we'll decide on that later. Let's do it right now because it is back online. They're trying to escape, but they don't have a pilot in the room anymore. They just took him out to move along to help with the repairs, so this will finish them off. And we pick up 16 scrap. It's actually, you know, a good amount of scrap, and we can go to 2 more beacons. We can go to 2 more beacons. Let's go to 2 more beacons. Quest, and then the last beacon, and we'll see what we have. Okay, just a Mantis ship, and we get into combat. As expected, as desired, as requested, here's our combat for this encounter. Don't need to worry too much about their lasers, because it's a laser charger, not a chain laser. They could fire 1 shot, they could fire 2. They fired 1. The bomb could be a bit of a problem, so let's do it. Let's attack their weapons, just to be safe. I want that bomb offline. There we go. And now we'll focus on piloting and engines. I could attack the O2 system on the ship, by the way. Mantis ship, if they don't have any engines aboard, it's going to take them a long time to actually do repairs. Attacking the O2 is a good way to kill a ship, but it's unnecessary. It's unnecessary because I'm not going to be focusing on destroying ships on this run. I'm going to be focusing on Or I'm not going to be focusing on killing crew. I'm going to be focusing on killing ships. I'm not going to get a teleporter even if I have a good option for one. I will fight this ship, absolutely. Any day of the week, they have pretty much nothing that they can do to me. I have 2 bars of shields. They have the ability to penetrate 1. So, you know, good luck. It is going to take a minute for our weapons to penetrate their super shield, but it's not that big of a problem, is it? So, you know what? Let's actually focus on piloting. If I hit him in piloting, maybe I can kill their crew. Because they're sending a crew member into the piloting room right now. So now that there's a lot of crew members in there, boom. Open a breach, 6 fuel, 7 scrap. You know what? I'm gonna accept. 6 fuel is enough that I think it's worth it to accept it. I appreciate the fuel offer. And on the next encounter, I can always micromanage power into the engines to give us more FTL recharge rate and maybe get out of here with only 1 ASB landing. So yeah, let's do that. Their weapons don't trouble me all that much, so I'm actually going to depower weapons. Power up the O2. Don't need the medbay powered up, so we could have something going. Might as well. Maybe I can sneak in a shot. And take out one of their weapons. But this is just going to be a time fight, basically. Can we outlast them before the ASBs land? Can we not take damage? Empty room doesn't bother me, and FTL drive is charging up pretty quickly, so we will get out of here before the next ASB lands, for sure. 6 fuel for 3 hull repair? That is technically worth it at a store, so I don't mind. Okay, Uncharted Nebula or Abandoned Sector. There's not likely to be a lot of rock ships in an abandoned sector, so I will go Uncharted Nebula. There is the possibility of rock ships in an Uncharted Nebula. I think it's some filler event where they are lost and you try to lead them out of the nebula and you can just attack the ship, I think, so. Yeah, it's like you bump holes with a rock ship and you're like, repugnant, arm the weapons. No, that's Mantis, isn't it? That line anyways, repugnant, arm the weapons, that's Mantis. I forget exactly what it is, but I'm pretty sure there's a lot of, not a lot, but more rock possibilities in the Uncharted Nebula than there is in the Abandoned Sector, which is just full of Lania ships, and no thank you. That's my answer to that. We could jump outside of the nebula, but we get more bang for a buck by staying inside of it. I think I will try to just go outside of it, though, because we might get a filler event option, you know, distress signal, and then we can... No, I'm an idiot. I keep thinking like we're on the last run. We're not on the last run. We're on this run. This run is destroy rock ships. Staying in the nebula, I think, is the best course of action, but we are already on this path, and I'm not going to backtrack. 1 crew member boarding us. I can send my my crew member in there to deal with him, or to keep him busy. It's not that big of a problem. And in fact, what I can do is like start venting and then have him walk out of the start venting, have him walk out of the room, and as he's walking out of the room, use his ability to lock down the room, keep the Mantis locked in the O2 room, and then the Mantis will die shortly. So he's walking out, we lock down behind him. Mantis is going to try to leave, can't. It's going to take a lot of damage and probably die. We did breach their weapons room. That's really nice for us. Mantis left. Trying to go into the med bay. No, thank you, Mantis. That Mantis is dead. And they have some crew members in the weapons room. Let's keep them busy. Just keep firing in on the weapons room. Keep that those crew members dying slowly. I don't think they'll get their stuff repaired. They did, you know, move their crew around, so they're obviously getting stuff repaired. So we just have to kill them. That's okay. 14 scrap. fish getting healed up in the med bay. I haven't bought the med bay upgrade yet, have I? I need to do that. Let's do that as soon as we can, because that's an important piece of equipment to get. Hey, Hermes missile launcher for free. That's kind of exactly what I want. Damage. It's also, the thing about the Hermes is that it has the same power as the breaching missile Mark II. What is it? It's called the breaching missile, yeah, not a breaching bomb. It has the same power, and it does 1 less point of damage, but it charges so much quicker. The breaching missile takes like 21, 22 seconds to fire. This thing only takes 14. So it's not that bad. We have we have a decent amount of missiles, and again, I'm focusing heavily on offense, so I can open up with a missile shot, take out enemy shields, and then follow up with the crystal heavy weapons. So that's actually not a bad thing to pick up. I do not mind that one bit. Now, it's going to take a while before we can actually use it, but that's something else entirely. Let's send my shield member in to stop him taking out the weapons. He'll make it in time, don't worry. They have a missile launcher. Let's try to take out their weapons as soon as we can. Because I don't mind their... Of course, they land one shot in on the weapons room. If we're lucky, we can land in one shot and take the weapon offline. Good, we did. So we're not going to take any more damage on this encounter, but that's still really annoying to have to deal with. They land in a one shot exactly in on the system you didn't want them to land in the shot on. You guys go into the med bay, take out their mind control system. That's one less thing we have to deal with. Get that med bay powered up, please. Don't need 2 bars of shields. Let's get that dodge chance up. Maybe I probably should have done that from the get-go, is bring the dodge chance up. Maybe we could have dodged that missile. That's my fault. I should have definitely done that. But it's not that bad. We only got hit once. FTL recharge booster. That's actually quite nice. It means that we have more of an incentive to visit as many beacons as possible and then backtrack through rebel ships, as long as we have fuel. I will chase them. We find them so we do not lose time. You can lose time when you prepare to chase the ship, and if you fail to find the ship, then you double the rebel pursuit fleet jump, whatever, by 1 jump. Missiles are still online, so the crystal burst has to fire in on weapons, unfortunately. Why unfortunate? Because I would love to hit piloting, engines. Just keeping a watch on their ship. As soon as they bring something, that missile launcher online, I don't fire on anything else. I fire only on their weapon system. Every other weapon can basically fire on something else, so now we can hit them in piloting. Now we wait a second. Wait a second, just in case they were going to get that repairing done, which they did. Now let's go in on engines, and that killed them. Good. 14 scrap. Let's jump ahead, shall we? I could also be counting the number of... I'll fight a ship. What do I care? I could also be counting the number of ships we are coming across, but I haven't started, so I'm not going to actually do that. I think we've killed a couple of rock ships, but that might have just been the last run. We're going to go in on their weapons, because if I can take their weapons offline, I can just have shields only. And I can dump that excess power into crystal weapons. But with 2 bars of shields, they can't hurt me, so we're just gonna wait. I'd prefer it actually if they dump their excess power into their shields, because I can penetrate 1 bar of shields with my weapons. Yeah, exactly. This is exactly what I want. So now, let's get oxygen powered up for a second. Now let's get the crystal burst laser online, and now we just wait. Then we go in on their piloting so we don't miss. And then we go in on drones so that I can put power into oxygen. Yeah. I wouldn't mind getting O2 powered up, so let's do that. Hit him once more just to make sure that system's in the red, and they're dead. Easy fight, no damage. Thank you, 2nd bar of shields, for making this possible, and just barely enough reactor power as well. Picked up 18 scrap, that's pretty good. Get those shields charged up before we jump, just in case we jump into an asteroid field. Probably not going to happen in a nebula, but you never know. We can also upgrade. Piloting, we're in nebulas. I should have had this earlier. Medbay, I should have had that earlier. Reactor power, we have excess engine integrity, so we might as well dump power into it. Should have gotten some of those upgrades done sooner, but that's okay. I don't think it costs us anything. Attack the ship, absolutely. 2 lasers, they can't hurt us, so I might be able to kill their crew if I hit them hard in O2 and keep hitting them hard. Let's see. Let's see. It missed. Let's fire in the Crystal Heavy just to get some damage done and get the process started. I'm going to just continuously fire one shot in when the O2 system gets repaired. Unless it gets repaired to... Nah, even if it gets repaired to yellow, I'll do it. They can't hurt us. We might as well take the opportunity to maybe get something good out of this by dealing extra damage, or by killing crew and maybe getting something better out of it than we would have otherwise. Just wait for that crystal burst to get charged up, wait for them to get one thing repaired, send it in. Getting some level ups, which is quite nice. We're missing way too many shots though, like right there. So the O2 level is gonna get back, it's gonna recharge. So we're not gonna be able to actually do this. We missed too many shots. That's okay, we might be able to kill a couple of crew members, which isn't gonna do that much, but... Like, the only way this works is if we breach, right there. Because if we breach, maybe, just maybe, we can kill the crew members before they can actually get the repairs done. But nope, they have way too many crew. They still have a pilot. That's okay though, 14 scrap, plus 1 fuel is, it's okay, I suppose. Keep jumping ahead, looking for rock ships. In all the wrong places apparently. They're in oxygen. We can easily deal with that. We can easily deal with all these guys. We send the humans into the O2 room, and the crystal crew members into the shield room. They're actually in the med bay, which is perfect. So let's have you guys stay in the med bay for a second. Let's send the human over there. Human needs some healing. This is an easy encounter. It just sucks that we don't get anything out of it, unfortunately. But that's just the way it goes. When you're boarded, you rarely get anything. And there they go. You guys go back to your stations, please, Walker and Fish. At least you're not Rockmen. Rockmen, they're so slow and they have so much HP, it takes them forever to get healed up in the med bay. You guys, you're slightly slower, but you're not that noticeably slower, which I appreciate. Nothing. Keep jumping. How much scrap would it take to get the Hermes missile online? Quite a bit, I think. We're gonna get boarded. We might be able to kill one of the crew members. Ooh, it's a slug. We might be able to kill some of their crew members, so let's get everyone into that shield room, attack that slug, and then hit him hard in Clone Bay to kill the crew member, so he is dead forever. Okay, he's dead forever. Now we hit him in O2. Everyone go back to rooms, except for Fish, go into the med bay. We started a breach. Yes! Breach is what I want, because a breach means that we actually have a good chance of keeping this system down. They have no oxygen, oxygen's gonna go out, the crew's gonna get wounded. As long as I keep the O2 in the Clone Bay offline, we should be fine. Now the breach is gonna get repaired. I'm just gonna wait a second though. I think they only have 1 crew member left aboard the ship. So you know what? Attack them in the Clone Bay. Kill that crew member. There we go. We got sector scans and 15 scrap. Worked out exactly as I wanted it to. They only had 2 crew members. One was a slug, one was someone else. The slug we killed, the someone else tried to repair the breach in the oxygen room, couldn't. There was no oxygen in the room, and then they decided, you know what? let's repair the clone bay so if I die, I'm not dead forever. And then they had so little HP that a couple of shots in on the clone bay killed them, and then we just had to wait a few seconds for the game to realize that they were actually dead forever. Couple of ships we can fight. Do need to think about going to the exit, so I'm probably just going to go 1-2 exit. That's something else that we need, is long-range scanners. It would make it really easy if we find a rock-controlled sector to go to as many combat beacons as possible. So I would love to pick up long-range scanners at a store. We do have a couple of augments we can sell. Crystal Vengeance, that's 40 scrap, and we also picked up FTL recharge booster, which I don't remember how much that increases, or how much that sells for, I should say. Their weapons being offline, I can turn the oxygen back up. I'm just gonna keep attacking them in weapons, though. They have crew members in the room doing repairs. Let's keep them busy. Good. And yeah, let's get one more reactor power so we can get that dodge chance up. We're not doing anything with the engines if we only have it up to level 3 and we have 4 integrity. So let's get the reactor power, dump it in there. I can always move this elsewhere, like into weapons in the future, so it's not that big of a concern. All right, we need to make sure this Mantis does not take my weapons offline. So we're gonna fight him, and then we're gonna do the same thing we did before. We're gonna leave, crystal lock down the room behind us, trap him in there. The crystal lockdown ability, it's a little bit tricky to use. What you have to do is you have to move the crystal crew member out of the room, and then as soon as he starts to cross the threshold, but he's still on the inner side of the door, so he's already moved off of the weapon square, and he's already started to walk through the door, but he's still on this side of the door. This is when we do it right now. If you wait any longer than this, if he crosses this line, then he will lock down the room he's walking into. So he would crystal lock down the door room. We don't want that. We want him to lock down the weapons room. So we're gonna do it right now. Make sure I have the right crew member. He's gonna walk down into the med bay, lock down the room behind him. Med bay's on fire, but he can put out the fire. He's a rock. He's a crystal. He's pretty much a rock man in disguise. I will open the doors. He takes less damage from low oxygen, so this can actually be good. Help him put out the fire a little bit faster. He is still healing up. See, even being in the med bay with no oxygen, he is getting healed up slightly, so. Turn on the O2. Actually, I did screw it up a little bit. We have to do something here. I did screw it up ever so slightly. There we go. Okay, close all doors now. Open all doors. They have the missile launcher back online, firing on their weapons again. And they should be dead in a second. Good stuff. Easy fight. Did take a little bit of damage, but yeah, that's to be expected. Now, there is no thing at the exit beacon. Exit beacons in a nebula never seem to actually have any events. So here's my plan. I kind of want to go to this combat beacon, backtrack through the rebels, go to this beacon, and then backtrack through the rebels again at the exit. We do have the FTL recharge booster, which gives us a 25% faster recharge rate. We don't need to destroy the ships, we just need to leave. And we need to destroy rock ships. Maybe this is a rock ship. It's not, it's a Mantis ship. It could have been a rock ship though, and if it was, you would have all thought I was brilliant. But that's okay. This will hopefully give us some scrap. Maybe I can upgrade the engines to level 5, which should definitely allow me to get out of the Rebel fleet before any ASBs land. Luckily, that's not that important because we are not fighting out of nebulas. We're fighting in the nebulas, so. Now that is an NG doing the repairing, unfortunately. He repaired it super quickly, so we are not going to be able to destroy the ship by low oxygen. I'm just going to fire in on piloting, O2, engines, oxygen shields. I suppose I should just name rooms I'm not going to fire into, which are empty rooms. And weapons, because I want to avoid their weapon shots whenever possible. Let's get that engine upgraded, and we should be able to sneak through if we so choose. forgot about the plasma storm. But that's okay. It's not too bad. They have either Hermes or a breach. I can probably take out their weapons before they get a shot off. I only need to do 3 damage to take out the missile launcher guaranteed. Because they have 2 heavy lasers, that's 1 power each, 1 weapon integrity each. There it goes. Their weapons are offline, so I can wait. They have no weapons. So I can destroy the ship, no problem. We can get 1 fuel out of it, so why not at this point? They diverted power into shields instead of weapons, so they're not actually firing at me at all. So let's crystal burst their weapon system and then hit him hard in, I guess, weapons. Keep those systems down. Moving crew around. I guess we did start a breach in the room and they don't want their crew to die. Makes me think maybe O2 would be a good thing to hit. Because if we can lower the oxygen throughout the ship, maybe they'll stop getting the repairs done. It doesn't matter in the long run if we kill the crew or the ship. We only get 1 fuel out of this encounter, so we might as well do our best to just make it hard on them to get stuff done. Don't need to worry about shields yet. They still have no weapons. Take out their piloting, take out their engines. One of their crew members did die and he came back to life. Of course, they have more than 1 crew member, and it doesn't really matter if we take out too many of their crew. I should have not fired on the engines now that I think about it, but we got that 1 fuel out of it. We are going to go to... We're going to wait a sec. Wait for the shields to come back online. There we go. Jump to 1 more beacon, and then we'll hit up the exit. There will not be a plasma storm at the exit. And of course, there's nothing. There's not going to be a plasma storm at the exit. There never is. There's only plasma storms at non-exit beacons that the rebels have controlled in a nebula. When you have fuel and you're not waiting. Let's get that dodge chance up. 1 crew member in the weapons room doesn't bother me all that much. Let's get the shield personnel in there to help out with the combat. Again, we don't need to kill this ship. Just delay them pretty much. Weapon coming in my weapons room means abandon the weapons room. You know what, stick in there so you can get the repairs done. Fire everything we have, and we did land in 1 shot to take out their bomb. 5 shots coming in at me. 39% chance to dodge. We dodged more than enough, excellent. If I can kill the ship, get 1 more fuel out of it, I'll do it. Okay, you go get healed up. I'm gonna cycle you guys off, on and off getting healed up because your HP is important to me. We're probably gonna get hit by a burst laser shot. I would rather not get hit, so if I have to, I will just leave if we don't dodge many shots here. Dodged 1, dodged 2. I'll just leave. Mantis homeworlds or rebel-controlled sector? Probably the Mantis homeworlds, rebel-controlled sector. What's the chance that we're going to find a rock ship? Pretty small. Mantis homeworlds, there's a chance. Mantis and rock, they hate each other. Although I suppose everyone hates everyone in this universe, isn't that true? 3 fuel. I need to find a store. Unfortunately, there is none. I also don't really want to go to a distress beacon. If it's the station on fire, we don't have a rock crew member, so we can't get the blue event option for that. And if they ask for fuel, I can't give them fuel, so I'm just going to ignore the distress beacons, I guess. Okay, another Mantis ship. As expected, this one is in a sun. I need to find a store. I need to sell all the stuff I'm not using. Maybe get this Hermes missile online. It's going to be really good for us once we get it. It's just going to take some time. I only need 1 bar shields. They only have 1 laser. We got hit in engines hard, which kind of sucks. Let's see if we can take out their missile launcher. We did. All right, I gotta remember that I have to wait longer than I think I do when I'm firing the Crystal Heavy because of the way the weapons are positioned on my ship. It's kind of weird, but it makes sense. Somewhat. Let's hit him in shield. So 1, 2, 3. There we go. 1 shield bar down. Engines repaired. Fire in the sensors room. Not bad. Not bad at all. Let's open up all these doors. Get that fire put out. It's probably going to do 1 hull damage. I don't think I can put out the fires fast enough in that room, especially with 2 fires being in there. Yeah, there it goes. I should have been firing. I forgot that they only had 1 bar shields. My bad. Sorry. You may have just gotten smacked with a missile for no reason. Fleishy. Get into the medbay, buddy. Keep hitting them in shields and weapons, and there they go. FTL is recharged, so let's get everyone healed up, get this stuff repaired. He can't get that repaired before the next power surge, so we're just gonna leave. Not power surge. Whatever that was. Solar flare. Let's go to the store. I need fuel, I need hull repair, I need to sell stuff. We gotta repair a couple of things. The glaive beam would be amazing. Don't get me wrong. But it does take so much weapon power. 4 weapon power. I do want to destroy ships, though. What do we have? We have Crystal Vengeance and FTL Recharge Booster. We're gonna sell those. Sells for 25. I was thinking it would sell for 15. It selling for 25 is enough that I think I'm gonna sell it. We have 93 scrap. How expensive is weapon power? 35 and 50, so 85 for 2. We can get 2 more. Hull laser might be better. Fires in 14 seconds, that's pretty much in line, exactly in between the crystal burst and the heavy crystal. 2 more laser shots means that I could, take down enemy shields and then let the crystal weapons do their job. Yeah, then I can actually afford fuel and repair. The problem is that I could use the glaive beam, but I would have to upgrade the weapon system once, sell the Hermes, and other things. Because I can't afford to buy the glaive beam and upgrade the system for 35 scrap at the same time. I have to sell all 3 of these weapons. That being said, glaive beam is really good, but it also takes forever to charge. We have no missile defense. We're just gonna buy the hull laser. We are going to buy all the fuel, repair, and we can't use the hull laser right now. We can in the future though. I am gonna keep the Hermes missile. It doesn't sell for that much, and if I can get that operational in the future, I would love to. We're probably gonna be able to find another gun before then. So maybe I should just sell it now. You know what? No, let's keep it. Maybe we'll find a use for it. Maybe I can use some of these missiles. Either way, we're okay. Picking up another laser weapon I think is smart. Attack the ship, absolutely. Ion stunner, triple shot laser. You boarded in the wrong room. I don't want to vent you quite yet, but I will in a second. Don't you worry about that. Soon as my crystal crew member gets into that room, you are screwed, buddy. Okay, get that dodge chance up. Crystal burst. Good. Crystal crew member, he's not taking very much damage. Now that those laser shots were dodged, I can dump power back into the med bay. They fled. Mantis is getting healed up in his own med bay. That was good. That was good. Good, good, good. They have no weapons anymore, so we can go in on shields. Good, we started a breach. They're boarding us again. At this point, I'm just gonna send everyone. It doesn't matter if we dodge the next shot, because their weapons are offline. Hit them in. Keep hitting them in shields and weapons. Yeah. I don't think this was the, I don't think this was ship collectors, but just in case it was, keep firing on the rooms we've been firing in. Don't fire in piling so that they can escape. Don't fire in medbay so that they can heal up. 19 scrap, pretty good. Let's skip the distress beacon. Young Mantis. We will offer up the Mantis. It was a trap. He is still aboard our ship. Get off of my effing ship. They hacked our sensors, which is not that big of a problem. They do have, however, 2 burst lasers, which scares me a little bit. We might have to switch off one of the weapons for a hull laser if the if the defense drone shoots down the crystal laser. I think it does, which sucks because it means that we will have to depower a weapon. And they also have 6 shots coming in at me, so we're probably gonna get hit. Yeah, weapons are offline, so we can't even do damage. So you know what, let's get the hull laser up before the crystal burst, just in case they try to shoot it down. Well, no, that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, we have to do it like this, don't we? Crystal burst. We have to use crystal burst or nothing. Okay, so get those shields back online. Hopefully we don't just die right here. We very well could, because this is a scary encounter. Okay, we're dodging a lot of shots. I appreciate that. We do have the extra engine power. You get back into the engine room, please. We need that dodge chance. Let's see if they shoot down the crystal burst laser. Yeah, they do. They totally do. So we're gonna have to be very exact in our weapon shots coming in here. We have to make sure every shot lands. We're getting good dodges. I do appreciate that. We have like a 45% dodge chance. That's really good. Good. We took 1 laser offline. Is that enough? Apparently not. Even though I took one of their lasers offline, they still managed to land in a shot on weapons. Of course, it was weapons. At least we dodged that one. For a second there, I thought we wouldn't. Now, this is a Mantis ship. It does take them forever to do repairing. But still, I'd rather just kill these guys right now. Let's go in on shields then. We've taken the, oh my god, those misses. We've taken their weapons out of sync, which means that the shields will partially come back online between shots. Not enough though, unfortunately. We're actually taking a lot more damage than I am comfortable with. So let's hit him in weapons again. Now we shot down a drone. We can't destroy the ship. We can't destroy the ship. Upgrade my reactor. Yes, please. We can't destroy the ship. Literally nothing we can do about that, unfortunately, except leave, try to upgrade our weapon system 1 more tick, and then maybe get the hull laser or something. Oh, get the system repaired, you idiot. I mean, it's my fault. I took you off of the room before you finished the repairing and you lost the progress on it. But still, get it repaired, you idiot. Rockman comes in there, slams it once with his fist, and finishes the repairs. I love it. Demand the surrender of their goods. As long as they don't have a defense drone, we should be fine. 1 Vulcan doesn't bother me all that as much as 2 burst laser Mark IIIs. They're trying to get away. I don't care. Door room, don't care. Okay, attack them in piloting. Good, piloting's offline. Don't care about doors, don't even bother getting it repaired. You know, if we dodge every other shot from that Vulcan, we should be fine. Oh, fucking Christ. Of course they land in a bomb on my weapons room. I can't really move anyone else out of the room either, out of their rooms. I need to keep my crew where they are to give me that dodge chance against the Vulcan, unfortunately. Crap. We have to leave. I don't know why you know what, attack the ship. Good. Or attempt to download the ship's data stores and maybe get a good option out of it, sure. I don't know what it is about the Crystal Cruiser. I don't like the weapons that it has. They're so weak. Like, they start strong, but whenever I play this ship, I just always feel like I'm not doing any damage, even though I have basically a burst laser Mark II that can pierce shields. Why does it feel like I'm always not doing enough damage? Maybe I'm just not focusing weapons enough. Let's focus weapons. Let's get the weapons upgraded. Maybe I can switch over to use the hull laser. At the very least, if I get hit once, the weapons don't just completely go offline. Ay, ay, ay. There is combat here. It is a sun, but it is combat, so I am going to go to it, I think. The fire is probably going to help me more than it helps the enemy ship. We're going to get boarded. That's okay. In the shield room, that's like perfect. Just open it up for a second, vent it. And as soon as it's vented enough, walk the crystal crew member out. No. Go over there, lock down. You fucker, you just got yourself killed. You have to fight him. You have to fight the Mantis and win. So I hope you're good. The Mantis is losing health faster than you are because there's no oxygen, but you did this to yourself by not getting out of the room before you locked down. Oh, good God. Okay, damage their ship, take their stuff offline. I have to, at this point, just make it so that this Mantis maybe leaves my ship. Okay, Mantis is gone. Open up all doors. Turn on the oxygen, except for this side of the ship. Okay, he's gonna survive. He shouldn't be alive right now, but he is gonna survive. Medbase is destroyed, that's okay, we can get that repaired. Good God. Take out their shields so that the fires start aboard their ship. Make sure there's no fires in the room with the crystal crew member who's almost dead. Go get the fire in the piloting room put out, please. You go to the med bay, get that repaired, please. 25% dodge chance, we did dodge one shot, that's all we needed. I don't know why I have not been focusing the weapons as much as I should have. Why? Why? Get everything repaired, you dongles. You guys, get into the med bay. Get healed up. Oh my God, we're gonna get hit by another solar flare, I think. That's okay. It's not that bad. No hull damage. No hull damage. These guys can just spend some time in the med bay. Let the oxygen come back throughout the ship. Good God. Are we good? I should not have come to this beacon.